It's still many, many, many months until we get to see Black Adam and The Flash. And a lot of OG DCEU fans are wondering, how much is Black Adam part of the DCEU? And how much of Ben Affleck is going to be in The Flash? Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. Today we're going to be talking about Black Adam. Then we're going to talk about The Flash. Alright, let's talk about Black Adam. The Black Adam is going to be an epic movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson finally going to be Black Adam. And we got our first look as him as Black Adam in DC Fandom 2021. But there's one thing that he's always said, and that the hierarchy of power in DC will change. What does that mean? Are you talking in terms of the brand, meaning you're going to be, the bigger brand character here? Or are you saying that you're going to be beating up every single DC character in the movie? We do know that the first movie, he's definitely going to take on the Justice Society, either as a true villain, or does he later become some type of hero at the end? But we still wonder, does this take place in the current DCU, with Henry Cavill's Superman, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, etc.? And will we get hints of it in the actual movie? Well, this came from Black Adam Updates, and it's a small little thing, but it could be speculation towards something bigger. Black Adam Update says, Black Adam will have an underwater sequence as underwater prison guard has been listed for stuntmen on IMDb. And just thinking of that even further, some people have said that that could possibly mean there could be Atlanteans that he takes on in the actual movie, which would connect it to Aquaman and further implant itself in the current DCEU. Now, Black Adam isn't filmed in the UK where Aquaman is currently shooting, so I don't know how that would work. It could just be another underwater prison for whatever reason, but I'd like to think that maybe this is a way for him to just plant himself as a true villain in terms of the larger DCEU by taking on an Atlantean, maybe even take on an Amazon warrior, the Themyscira, something like that. Just little hints in there to show that he's part of the greater universe and that he is something to be feared even against the Justice League. And I still remember this little segment from the first DC Fandom.
I need you guys to help me get a message out to some of the other ones, some of the other DC superheroes. Let's let Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Let's let them know something. Things will never be the same because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
But for me to see the hierarchy of power change, I would like you to actually fight these guys. Like, if you don't actually fight the Justice League, then you're really all talk at this point. Because the Justice League is going to be the ultimate heroes in the DC universe. If you don't take them on, then the hierarchy of power does not change. So I guess we'll see what happens in Black Adam. Are they going to tease the other Justice League members? Maybe even Henry Cavill's Superman at the very least? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's talk about The Flash. Now today, Michael Keaton was actually on 60 Minutes to talk a little bit about the Batman.
People were kind of, not just maybe did more than doubt you, you go, okay.
You're the new Batman. And
Yeah.
You've got
No, I am the Batman.
You're the Batman.
Yeah.
But you've got this lineage.
Let's be clear about that. No, I'm kidding. And the first Batman, I think Tim and I both knew, if that doesn't work, that one I had an awareness of. I thought, ooh, this could really fail. There was a lot of pressure on that movie for everybody.
And it's so cool to see him so confident that he's like, no, I'm the Batman. Let's be clear about that. I thought that was really hilarious. For a long time, he was the Batman for me until, Ben Affleck showed up and yeah, well, that guy could take on anybody. But when the interviewer wanted to pry into his role in the Flash movie, this is what he said.
He just finished filming The Flash, reprising his role as Batman 30 years after he left the franchise.
But is this Bruce Wayne still the tortured dark figure he was, as we recall?
Ish. He's kind of, I can't give too much of this away.
How's the costume fit?
Proud to say I slipped right back into it.
You're 70 years old and you're still
kicking bad guys' ass.
Yeah.
So obviously he can't say any more than yes, he's going to be that same dark character, possibly even darker if rumors are true that Alfred is gone. And I think, at 70 years old, pretty sure Alfred's gone. But that affected him and he's more reckless, maybe he's more violent, more angry. Makes a lot of sense. But come on now, I mean, he's 70 years old. Do we want a 70-year-old Batman for the current DCU? I mean, I'm okay with him being like a mentor role, someone in the background. Maybe he'll put on the suit once in a while, but I still want an actual Batman in the DCEU. That one is Ben Affleck's Batman. But apparently at one point in time, unless it's still true, that Michael Keaton was going to be the Batman for the DCEU. When asked questions about the universes merging, this is what viewer Anon said. No, I don't know details of the merge. I just know that Keaton is Batman in Batgirl, and at the end of The Flash, he's Batman in the DCEU. And when someone asked how old this info was, he said this: pretty old, it's always possible things change, and I'm hopeful that the positive Snyder Cut reaction might have tweaked plans. I'd love to see Affleck get another full go as Batman. Now, I'm more leaning towards the possibility that Affleck is coming back as Batman in Batgirl after the Flash movie. If you remember, the Batgirl director posted a picture of Batfleck's cowl. J.K. Simmons is coming back as Commissioner Gordon. Leslie Grace is following Ben Affleck as well. There's just moments here that are absolutely hinting that Ben Affleck will be back as Batman in the DCEU. But even if the universes merges, it doesn't mean that Michael Keaton can't be in that universe with Ben Affleck's Batman. Like I said, a mentor role. I could almost imagine Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne to be a lot like Ian Glenn's Bruce Wayne in the DC show Titan. And Ben Affleck's Batman would do all the physical work. He's the actual Batman. Not that Ben Affleck is that young either, but he ain't no 70-year-old man. But like viewer Anon said, that is old info. There may have been changes where they actually got Ben Affleck to be more prominent as Batman. Well, actually, at the Chinese DC fandom panel for The Flash, Barbara Muschietti actually mentioned that they did make changes to the script.
Basically, it meant that we had to wait for about 6 months, had more time to prep in a way, got the script to a better place, which is always fantastic. And then we started shooting in April, and it's been nonstop.
So in that 6 months time during COVID, the changes that really punched up the script could definitely be having more Ben Affleck as Batman. Though the amount he shot was interesting. This is what viewer Anon said. I heard he only appeared in the first act. And a week shooting on a movie this big is usually 2 to 3 scenes max. The original story that viewer Anon talked about was that he was only going to be in the first act. But after a week of shooting and he's in about 2 to 3 scenes possibly max, that's not bad, I think, for his actual appearance. Because if you remember, they did shoot the Batfleck stuntman doing all the action. So even if you saw Ben Affleck's face for 2 to 3 scenes max, and the other scenes is Ben Affleck's Batman's character doing all the action, then that clearly does mean he has a more prominent role in the movie. And recently Ben Affleck did say he was pretty happy being Batman again. In fact, Barbara Muschietti said he was very emotional putting on the suit. And if he's happy playing Batman, I don't know, maybe one day he'd be like, yeah, let's do that Batfleck movie we're gonna do, the David Fincher's game version of Batman with Deathstroke, which would make progressive sense, because if we are gonna see Batgirl in the new Batgirl movie, and we can finally welcome her into the Batfleck movie, where Batgirl and Batfleck fight Deathstroke. This is all if the stars align. And I hope that means there is an actual Batman in the DCEU, and not Warner Brothers just messing around once again, only wanting one primary Batman, Robert Pattinson's the Batman, while the other ones are cameos. It's the multiverse, for crying out loud. Just go with it. Have many Batmans, many Supermans. It can't happen.